know what a man knows, he knows. Like, it's just...
Oh, yeah, but you still got to take steps, especially when you 43 years old and when you've been married before and it seems fresh and you got children. Got to make sure that you don't just make any rash. My divorce. I'm still trying to shake off still, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm reminded in terms of having 4 children by her every day.
Are you still stuck?
No, I'm not stuck. I'm not even thinking about my...
You think about it every day. That's stuck, bruh.
It's more of...
I keep suggesting you going to therapy and like working with various people so you can get through that.
Oh, there's counseling.
Because that's why you still stuck, bruh.
No, I feel that I'm lucky to even have her on my side.
Martell Holt and Arionne Curry are once again at the center of a storm. But this time, the conversation feels different. This isn't just messy reality TV gossip anymore. This isn't just about cheating scandals, broken marriages, or bitter social media battles. What people are seeing now is something much heavier, something far more personal. The image that once looked flashy and untouchable is starting to crack in front of everyone's eyes. For years, Martell carried himself like a man who always had control. Even after his marriage collapsed in public, even after the backlash, even after viewers turned against him, he still spoke with confidence, like nothing could truly shake him. Arionne stood beside him through all the criticism, all the jokes, all the blame thrown her way. Together, they tried to convince the world they had found real love, despite the chaos surrounding them. But now, people are looking at the situation differently, because behind the smiles, the live streams, and the forced appearances of happiness, fans believe something darker is unfolding. Rumors about financial problems, instability, and emotional tension have become impossible to ignore. And when details started leaking online about struggling money issues, lack of transportation, and a lifestyle that looked nothing like the image Martell once sold to the public, social media exploded.
You know what a man knows, he knows. Like, it's just...
Oh, yeah, but you still got to take steps, especially when you 43 years old and when you've been married before and it seems fresh and you got children. Got to make sure that you don't just make any rash. My divorce. I'm still trying to shake off still, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm reminded in terms of having 4 children by her every day.
Are you still stuck?
No, I'm not stuck. I'm not even thinking about my...
You think about it every day. That's stuck, bruh.
It's more of...
I keep suggesting you going to therapy and like working with various people so you can get through that.
Oh, there's counseling.
Because that's why you still stuck, bruh.
No, I feel that I'm lucky to even have her on my side.
People weren't just shocked, they were confused. How did a man who constantly bragged about success end up attached to stories about struggling to maintain basic stability? How did Arionne go from being at the center of one of reality TV's biggest scandals to allegedly dealing with a life that seems filled with stress and uncertainty? But here's the twist. The deeper people look into this situation, the more painful the story becomes. Because this may not simply be about money, it may be about control, regret, broken pride, and 2 people trying desperately to prove their relationship was worth all the damage it caused. And the saddest part? The more they try to defend themselves, the more exposed they seem to become. Martell Holt once had the kind of life many people envied. Long before the cheating scandal destroyed his image, he was known as the husband of Melody Sherry, one half of what looked like a power couple on television. Together, they built businesses, raised children, and created a brand centered around family, ambition, and success.
Viewers admired them because they represented something hopeful. They looked polished, strong, united. Their chemistry made people believe they had survived struggles together and came out stronger on the other side. Fans watched them and saw a couple building generational wealth while balancing love and family life. But while cameras captured smiles and business meetings, another story was unfolding behind closed doors. Martell's relationship with Arionne Curry slowly became one of the most talked about affairs in reality television. At first, it was whispers, rumors, side conversations online. Then everything exploded into public view. Suddenly, the marriage people admired was shattered, and the woman once hidden in the shadows became the center of national gossip. Arionne was immediately labeled the villain. People dragged her online daily. They blamed her for destroying a family. They questioned her morals, her motives, and her intentions. And while Martell also faced criticism, many viewers noticed that Arionne seemed to carry the heavier public shame. Still, despite the backlash, she stayed connected to him. That decision changed her entire life, because once the affair became public, there was no going back to normal. Every move she made became entertainment for strangers online. Every live stream, every interview, every subtle comment turned into fuel for social media debates. People watched closely, trying to figure out whether Martell truly loved her or whether she was simply stuck in a situation that had already damaged her reputation beyond repair. Meanwhile, Melody moved differently. She rebuilt herself publicly. She focused on her career, her children, and her own healing journey. Many fans rallied behind her because they saw a woman trying to recover after humiliation. Over time, Melody's image grew stronger, while Martell's became more complicated. And that's where the pressure on Martell and Arionne started growing, because people expected their relationship to eventually become this grand love story. They assumed, after all the pain caused, Martell and Arionne would at least end up living happily together. Fans thought there would be luxury, stability, and some kind of reward after all the destruction left behind. Instead, what people believe they are seeing now looks nothing like a fairy tale. The rumors about financial struggles hit especially hard because they clashed with the image Martell spent years trying to maintain. Social media users began pointing out signs that things were not as glamorous as they once appeared. Questions about employment, transportation, and overall stability kept surfacing again and again. And then came the live stream moments that made things even worse. What should have looked like casual conversations between a couple quickly turned uncomfortable for viewers. Arionne would speak about school, personal goals, and trying to improve her future, while Martell often shifted the conversation back toward himself. Instead of sounding supportive, many viewers felt he sounded controlling. One particular conversation left social media buzzing for days.
Arionne proudly discussed being in nursing school and working toward creating a better life. It should have been a positive moment, a woman trying to rebuild herself and create independence after years of public embarrassment. But instead of simply encouraging her, Martell started defending why she allegedly had not worked consistently for years. He claimed she didn't need certain jobs unless they paid high amounts of money. He brushed off criticism about her not having a car, but instead of calming the internet, his words only intensified the backlash, because people listening heard something very different. They heard a man trying to justify why the woman beside him appeared financially dependent. They heard someone more focused on protecting his ego than supporting her growth. And once again, social media exploded with accusations of manipulation and emotional control. But what nobody expected was how uncomfortable Arionne herself seemed during parts of the conversation. She laughed nervously at times, changed subjects quickly, smiled through awkward moments. But viewers noticed her energy. It didn't look like confidence, it looked like someone trying to keep tension from boiling over in public. That's when people started asking difficult questions. Was this relationship actually healthy? Was Arionne truly happy? Or had years of drama, criticism, and public humiliation trapped both of them in a relationship neither fully knew how to leave? Things became even awkward when Martell started fishing for validation during the live streams. He repeatedly pushed conversations toward how good of a man he was. He wanted reassurance, compliments, public praise. But the reactions online were brutal. People pointed out the irony of a man with a public cheating history criticizing others or speaking about loyalty. Others said he seemed desperate to maintain an image that no longer matched reality. Instead of appearing powerful, many viewers felt he looked insecure. And unfortunately for Arionne, every uncomfortable moment reflected back onto her too. Critics began saying she sacrificed everything for a relationship that still appeared unstable years later. Some even questioned whether she had truly gained anything from the affair at all, because according to online discussions, she lost privacy, peace, and public respect while still appearing financially vulnerable. That conversation became even louder once rumors spread about transportation issues and money struggles. In today's world, people often associate success with visible lifestyle markers: cars, homes, luxury, stability. So when fans began discussing the possibility that Arionne did not even have reliable transportation, many viewed it as symbolic of something bigger. To critics, it represented instability. They questioned how Martell could continue presenting himself as successful while the woman beside him appeared to be struggling with basic necessities. And every attempt he made to defend the situation only seemed to create more suspicion, because instead of showing security, their relationship started looking exhausting. People noticed the emotional imbalance. Arionne appeared to be trying to evolve, while Martell seemed obsessed with controlling public perception. Even during moments that should center her accomplishments, the focus somehow returned to his pride. And pride has become a major part of this entire situation. Martell has spent years fighting to preserve an image of dominance and success. Even after losing his marriage, damaging his reputation, and becoming one of reality television's most criticized men, he still presents himself like the prize, like the catch, like the man everyone should admire. But the internet has become less willing to accept that version of him. Every live stream gets analyzed, every statement gets dissected, every uncomfortable interaction becomes another viral conversation. And unfortunately for Martell and Arionne, the public now believes the truth is slipping through the cracks. Because real happiness is difficult to fake for long periods of time. People can sense tension, they can sense frustration, and many viewers believe they're watching two people carry the emotional weight of choices that permanently changed their lives. For Arionne, the emotional burden may be even heavier than people realize. For years, her identity online has been attached to scandal. No matter what she does, the internet continues linking her back to the affair that destroyed Martell's marriage. Imagine trying to rebuild your image while millions of people refuse to let your past die. Imagine trying to pursue education, motherhood, and personal growth while strangers constantly mock your relationship and question your self-worth. That kind of pressure changes people. And sometimes during those live streams, viewers think they can see it written all over her face. There are moments where she looks tired, moments where her laughter feels forced, moments where she seems desperate to avoid conflict in front of the audience. It creates a sad picture, because beneath all the gossip, there's clearly emotional exhaustion involved. Meanwhile, Martell appears trapped in his own battle too. He desperately wants to be respected again. He wants admiration. He wants people to stop viewing him as the villain who destroyed his family. But every attempt to defend himself often creates more backlash instead. The harder he pushes the image of success, the more people question what's really happening behind closed doors. And that pressure can destroy relationships, because when two people are constantly fighting public opinion, eventually they begin fighting each other too. The emotional impact of this situation stretches beyond social media jokes and viral clips. There are children involved, families involved, real emotions involved. While viewers treat the drama like entertainment, the people inside the situation still wake up every day dealing with the consequences. That's what makes this story feel heavier now. Years ago, the scandal felt shocking and messy, but today it feels sad. Because instead of watching two people thrive after choosing each other, viewers believe they're watching two people struggle under the weight of their own decisions. The fantasy that once surrounded the relationship has faded, leaving behind what looks like stress, pride, insecurity, and survival. And the internet never lets them forget it. Every time Arionne tries to move forward, critics remind her of the affair. Every time Martell speaks confidently, people bring up his past. Their relationship has become trapped in a cycle where the public constantly compares what they sacrificed to what they actually gained. That comparison is brutal, especially when Melody appears to be flourishing independently, while Martell and Arionne continue facing criticism together. Fair or unfair, many viewers see that contrast and immediately draw conclusions about karma, consequences, and accountability. But here's what makes the entire situation even more tragic. Despite all the chaos, there are moments where Martell and Arionne genuinely seem attached to each other. That's what confuses people. Beneath the awkward lives, beneath the criticism, beneath the financial rumors, there are flashes of two people trying to hold on to something real. Maybe that's why they keep fighting so hard to protect the relationship, because walking away now would force them to confront a terrifying possibility. What if all the pain, scandal, and public humiliation wasn't worth it in the end? That question hangs over everything, and it's probably the reason viewers remain so fascinated by this story. Because people aren't just watching gossip anymore, they're watching the emotional aftermath of choices that changed multiple lives forever. They're watching what happens when passion collides with public shame, financial pressure, and damaged reputations. And honestly, that reality looks exhausting. At the end of the day, the story of Martell Holt and Arionne Curry is no longer just about cheating headlines or reality TV scandal. It has evolved into something deeper, a cautionary tale about pride, public image, emotional dependence, and the painful consequences of decisions made in secret. Martell still wants to be viewed as successful, respected, and desired. Arionne still seems determined to prove she's more than the label attached to her name, but the internet sees the tension, the struggles, and the uncomfortable moments they can no longer fully hide. No amount of live streams can erase the cracks people believe they're seeing. And maybe that's the saddest part of all, because somewhere underneath the drama are two people who probably wanted happiness just like everyone else. Two people who thought love would justify the chaos surrounding them. Two people who likely believed that once the dust settled, they would finally find peace together. But peace never truly came. Instead, they became trapped inside a public story that keeps replaying over and over again. A story filled with judgment, criticism, financial rumors, emotional tension, and constant pressure to prove their relationship was worth the destruction left behind. And now the world keeps watching, waiting to see what happens next. Will Arionne finally build the independent future she seems desperate for? Will Martell ever stop focusing on appearances long enough to face reality honestly? Or will pride continue pushing them deeper into a cycle they can no longer escape?
only time will answer those questions. But one thing is certain, the image they once tried so hard to protect is fading fast. And sometimes the truth hidden beneath the spotlight is far more heartbreaking than the scandal that first brought everyone's attention.